Hello again. Right, so I finally finished this Board Batten Panelling Planner, the same as the panelling that I did in the Paddington project, which everyone seemed to really like. So, as you know, I'm an interior designer and I would normally do all of this on CAD software, but I understand that that is not a possibility for some people. So I've created this app in order for you to be able to do it yourself. So I'm just gonna, this is like a tutorial where I walk you through it on the desktop. So here we've got some examples there, as you can see. So what I wanted to provide elevations for people so that they know exactly where everything needs to be spaced and placed. But also provide like a cutting list. So you can literally download this document once you've set it up, and you can either give it to a fitter or you could take it to a timber merchant and have it all made. So I'm just going to talk you through the different options here. That is obviously your elevation. Everything is labelled up. So we've got A for the bottom vertical rail, B for the top, C for all the vertical muntins or stiles, I like to call them, like just whatever you want to call them really. D for a top shelf if you want one of those. So here we've got your wall width. I'm going to set this up so that it's approximately like my Paddington project one. So one of those walls was that was it, 4950, and then the ceiling height, that was about right. I had about 12 of these. Did I have 12? Yeah, I had about 12. And then I had the vertical rail width, which is your muntins here. The width of that was about 100, so that's correct. I had this as 1250. So that's now corrected. So the overall paneling height is 1250. The top rail width I had, that's correct, that's 125. The bottom rail width I actually had as 75 because I had a skirting, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So I'm correcting that to 75. Now MDF thicknesses, I had my bottom and my top rail thicker than my verticals. I did have slightly thicker MDF on my version, but this is sort of 15mm and 9mm is probably manageable, but still looks bulky enough that it looks nice and solid. I had a top rail, but and this will automatically correct because you can't have it overhanging too far. So that is a 30mm strip of MDF that you place on top. But if I click on that, you can get rid of it. You have the option of adding a dado rail if you want. I didn't have one, but if you want to have a dado rail, you can have that. And then if you want to adjust that top rail, then you can. Primed or not primed, this is only really going to be when I link up with some sort of procurement partner as to whether it's primed or not. But for the moment, I've got it as clicked as primed. So on mine, I was using that bottom boxing that was hiding pipework as a skirting. So here I would click I have skirting, and you can see that adds a skirting at the bottom there. 150 was about correct. If you have skirting and you want to continue using that, then that's fine. If you don't have skirting, then you click and you want some, you click I need skirting, and then you have a few options of 3 different types of skirting that you can use there and what height you want there. If you already have skirting but you want to cover over it and do less work, then you can put I need a skirting cover, and this is there's a few options for that. So there's a square one and a few different styles. This is cover height 145. So if your skirting is below that, then you're fine. You can go higher if you want. No, wait, the cover height is 145. Existing skirting needs to be 70mm or under. So you can see all those different options there. So I'm going to click off that and just put I have skirting there. If you want to show where a door is placed, then you can do that from the left wall, 200mm, door width 800, door height 2000. Same with if you want to add in a window placement. I'm not doing anything where we correct the number of muntins or anything like that on there. I've left that as is. So just because I don't want to mess around with it too much, otherwise it's going to get confused. You then, if you've got more than one wall, I actually had two walls because it was either side, same wall, but either side of a door divide. You can add your additional wall. So I'm going to have that as 3,600. All of the settings will be the same except for the width of the wall, the number of rails, and whether you want to add doors and windows on there. So if you do select that, if you go down, you'll see wall 2 elevation, and that will come up there. I am going to just adjust that so that there's 9, so that it looks a bit more correct. So you've got your additional elevation, and these are your order lists. So if I just go through this, we've got reference A, which relates to the elevation. Horizontal rail bottom full width, that's the width, that's the that's the length, that's the width, that's the thickness. Top rail, same. Vertical stiles, that's the height, that's the width, that is your thickness. We've got a top shelf in there, and then it's just estimating cuts, because if it then goes to a timber merchant, then they can give you a rough price per cut. If we go down, then you'll see second elevation, then the second MDF order list. Further down, we've got things like adhesive, wood filler, just all the different things. I need to go through this list, but all the different things that I think you might need for this. You can select them if you don't have them already, and potentially you can just pick them up. Or if eventually, when I get this sorted, you want to order with a procurement partner, then they can do you one big quote and send it all at once. If I could make this free, then I would. But I do have to host this site, and it costs me a certain amount, and also it's taken me a hell of a long time to do this. I am planning on doing more of these panelling planners for different styles, just as and when I design them in my projects and things. So hopefully you will sort of sign up to my mailing list so that you can get hold of those when you want. So if we go to export PDF, right, so I've entered my details. It's going to come up with this. You can then enter your name, your address, and then click complete order. I'm just going to do that, but I will edit to the next screen. So confirm your payment. It will take you to this screen, and the pop-up for your printer will automatically come up. So if you just want to have this downloaded, then when your printer dashboard comes up, click on this, save as PDF, and then you can save it wherever you want. If you click off of this, so cancel print, then it's going to stay on this, but you can open print dialog and print it again. This is all the information, measurement selections, elevation, your MDF order lists, your other elevation. So that is what is going to print off. So as I said, you can hand that to a fitter and he can go and get everything himself, or you can send this off to a timber merchant, and if you're a bit of a DIYer, as I am, and get it sorted that way. So I'm going to go back to Planner. I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, then just drop me a message or an email or something like that. You can find me on all my socials, and I will see if I can provide a specific email address for you to use. Okay, thank you.